Okay, we're gonna head down this little Beco de Coulaus, I believe it's called. So and we're kind of on this I don't even know what this is called. I can't remember the name of it right now. But we're gonna be near Invernarios, which is kind of a popular antique street. And our street name is called Astrologians. So that's actually the name of this street, Astrologians. But we're gonna walk down this little alley and explore. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. So that's gonna be our alley right there. Got a bus going down. All kinds of cool black and white tiles everywhere in here. And we're gonna head on down this little alley. So it's called Beco de Coulaus, right there. And so I don't know exactly how we're going to navigate it, but I think that this street is kind of a short street, and then we're gonna go down that way. We might be able to go to the right as well. So we'll kind of take a look and see. So I think to the right, there's nothing. So we started here, and we're gonna keep kind of meander a little bit because it's kind of a complex little space. I think this one has no street name because I was looking for it earlier. That one had the street that we saw, and I think there's another street that had the same name that was over there. We'll see if we can sort it out later. And I think I'm still on Coulaus, but I might not be, because now there's another street here. Let's see what the name of this street is. If this is Coulaus, then that means that the whole little complex area is Coulaus. It is. So that's also the same name. So okay, so these two have the same name. So that means that that behind me is also the same. So let's just walk over here real quick. See what this is. Different name. Cotovelos. We're just gonna walk in here. I never walked in here before. It's a whole other realm of cool stuff everywhere. So this looks like glass shop, motor shop. It kind of comes to an end right in this giant space. That's our target street. This is the one that we just happened to kind of stumble upon suddenly. And since I haven't walked down this street, but I've been here 10 years. A lot of people ask me, I probably walked down every street, you know, many times. Or they say like, have you walked down? And of course I have, because they'll say something that's like, huh, of course I'd like to walk down all this stuff too. But ours is actually the other street. What if I did two streets? How can I resist a new street, right? But yeah, a lot of times people ask me, have I walked down every street? And no, there's too many. Like I think I have, but then I'll come down somewhere like this and I've never been on the street before. And then I realize that I haven't. It's so cool. And then on the other hand, they'll ask me, have you been on some really famous one that everybody knows and everybody's familiar with? Then they'll ask me like, have you been on that street? And I'm like, of course I have. They'll say something that's like, okay, it's like a nice wine shop right in here. That's Pont 16 down there. Dang. So it's kind of ironic, right? It's like these really well-known ones, you know. Have you been to Sao Paulo ruins? Like, yes, of course. But I think the assumption that I've been to every street would be a lot more likely. But I think it depends on a person's assumptions of a foreigner. So if the assumptions of a foreigner is that, you know, they, you know, like a foreigner can't live here, you know, they don't live here, or stuff like that, then they'll assume that you don't know anything and you've never been anywhere, and that video that they're watching is like the first time you've ever been to Asia kind of thing, Or likewise, when they actually familiar with my body of work, we'll call it, then they'll ask me that I've probably been everywhere. And I think that that's actually a pretty correct assumption, that I would have been more than most people, even more than most locals even. I can't say that for certainty, but a lot of times when I speak to people that a lot of people that don't really leave their little area really. Okay. So I think we're still in Coulaus. So we basically did two streets on this one, and I think this one's going to be ending, and it might have already ended. So I think that street might have been that little area would be Coulaus. So I'm just gonna meander just a tiny little bit. And now we're on Beco de Rosa, which is we'll just kind of walk around a little bit more. See what other interesting stuff we see. Oh yeah. I walked on this earlier and I was like, God dang it, I gotta film this one. So now we're just kind of meandering into all kinds of cool stuff. This one says like home coffee shop. Actually, so I said home because it said H-O-M-E, but actually it has some other thing. And now we're just kind of meandering. So this is a totally different street, of course. Ostra. So yeah, and there's a temple right there. So we might go down that way, or we could go down that way. So now we're just kind of meandering. Okay, so we're kind of in, we're not too far from Pont 16, and I think I want to focus on this street and do a totally different one. I think it's called Beco de Ostra, and it's a really cool little space. So basically our target street was down that way, and we're gonna end it right there. Hey, checking out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Yeah.